One word that I would use to describe my father is inspirational, truly. And everything that he did as a businessman, as a philanthropist, as a father, as a friend, he did so many wonderful things. He helped out so many people, and he did it quietly. He didn't ask for recognition.
Ray Chang, of proud Hakka Chinese descent, was born the fifth of 12 children in Kingston, Jamaica. He honed his entrepreneurial skills at a young age, working at his mother's bakery and alongside his business-minded father. Ray emigrated to the U.S. in 1967, then came to Canada to earn his engineering degree at the University of Toronto. He also earned his CA and CFA. Ray started his career with Coopers & Lybrand. Then in 1984, he obtained equity ownership with some partners in Universal Savings Fund Management, a small mutual fund company that at the time managed $5 million. This company later grew into CI Financial, which in 2014 had over $100 billion in assets under management.
The first memory I actually have of Ray was of him doing the CFA. And he was talking to me about it, and he was correcting the actual CFA manual. And the first thought that I have at CI was, wow, this might not be the place for me. Here's a guy who's correcting the CFA manual. Ray
started at CI as Vice President and Chief Operating Officer, then became President and CEO in 1998, and then Chairman and CEO from 1999 to 2010. Under his leadership, CI became the second largest publicly traded mutual fund company in the country.
His legacy at CI is a big one. And you know what I would say? It's about being helpful. He was the one person that, you know, would go out of his way to help somebody. And the things that he would do to try to be helpful to them, especially in urging them to continue to educate themselves. I would say his legacy was one of being just the most genuinely helpful person that's ever walked through the doors of CI.
If I think of leadership as knowing when to step forward and when to step back and actually doing it, and I look back at the opportunities, being able to identify the opportunities and then stepping forward and actually doing what is necessary. That is what has brought me here. And more recently, knowing when to step back and letting somebody better than I am continue.
Ray was not only a successful businessman, but a world-class philanthropist. Him and his wife Donnette donated countless hours and tens of millions of dollars to organizations such as the University of the West Indies, the Royal Ontario Museum, and Toronto Western Hospital.
Fair play and equity were his hallmark of who Ray stood for. He thought that giving people a fair chance and giving them a hand up was the best that you could do for people. He was all about community, community, community.
And then one day I got a call from Mr. Chang, and he said, I want to come and talk to you, and I said, okay. And of course, not knowing too much about the business world, I didn't realize that he was an up-and-coming and about to be sort of an explosively sort of upwardly mobile businessman. And Ray said to me, I want to support education and healthcare. And I said, maybe it's worth supporting that. I think they will do good. And he said, fine. So it was almost $1 million. And I remember that because that was a start of something good for Toronto Western Hospital.
During his lifetime, Ray received the Order of Canada and the Order of Jamaica. He was an outstanding global citizen whose footprint in the world of philanthropy is simply remarkable. Education is something that he held close to his heart and believed that it should be accessible to all, regardless of income. Ray became the Chancellor of Ryerson University from 2006 to 2012. His love of learning was infectious. He attended class with students and was nicknamed the Student's Chancellor. The G. Raymond Chang School of Continuing Education was named in his honor.
People like Ray and the contributions that they make live on well past the individual. And Ray's name and Ray's spirit is as much part of Ryerson as any spirit or any fabric of the university. Part of Ryerson was built by Ray, and the part that was built by Ray is beautiful and wonderful, and it will last forever.